It's crazy one-legged old man in a wheelchair. Carpenter without a clue. Pat Robinson. Woo! AKA good morning. See if I can turn some lights on here. Alright, if I can get some lights on, we'll have some lights, camera, and action. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, the lights. Ha ha! See if I can turn some lights on here. And if I can get some lights on, we'll have some lights, camera, and action. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, the lights. Ha ha! Alright. So, this is the conclusion of. Yep. Help me find a friend. Sound like they all in this room together with me. Woo, just so I can turn shit off. Alright, just take a second. Just give me a second here, people. Bear with my crazy self. Getting some reverb here. We're going to take care of it shortly. Alright, that's not it right there. That should do it right there. That's got to be it. Are you there? Hello? See how it's working now. Can you hear me? I wonder if you can hear me or not. We're going to hope you do. Okay. Like I said, the conclusion of help me find a friend, help me find my friend. Was looking for the one real friend, maybe two real friends. You know, I know you can't have a whole bunch of really real friends. You only get one or two of those. Everything else is just an illusion. So, I went through all kind of really painful paranoia. It was torture on a daily basis. It was devastating. It controlled and ruled my every waking thought and motion that I did in one way or another. It affected everything I did. Whether or not I would leave the house, whether or not I'd even talk to anybody that day, all had something to do with what level of paranoia I was in at any given time. And as a result of it, and as a result of people that saw that and took advantage of it for their enjoyment, their gratification, or for them to profit from it, or whatever they were using it for, it was causing everything to build up into more and more and more. Every little action has a reaction. And when it's a bad action, it'll have a bad reaction. Sometimes bad actions actually have a good reaction. Positive turns to negatives, and negatives turn to positives, depending on what kind of other motion or thing or thought or moment is interacting with it. So all our interactions have different outcomes depending on the other interactions that occur with it, to it, or around it at the same time. If you're heating up something on the stove and you have a plastic cup and it's sitting, I don't know, 10 inches away from it, that cup may not be hurt. It may get a little warm, but it probably maybe not be hurt. But if it cups that same 10 inches away from it, and there's a little breeze blowing, and it blows across where that pot is heating, towards the plastic cup, it's on the stove 10 inches away, that wasn't having any problems earlier. Now that hot air coming up that stove and that pot, going right on that plastic cup, and lo and behold, that booger starts to melt. That cup didn't move, pot didn't move, but the action of what was going on, all right, hadn't really changed, except for another action that was, combining with that action, causing a completely different reaction to the cup. All right, so now you got a cup that's melted. It didn't melt earlier. Well, that's a different reaction. And every reaction we have is different depending on the other actions that are involved in what's going on. And that's what's happened with me. All right. I had quit smoking and was trying to continue to quit and to not go back to it. And I went and saw a doctor about it. And I didn't even talk to him about paranoia. Wasn't anything I was willing to share with him, because I've been sharing this stuff for years and never helped, never did any good. I'd already decided to myself that the best thing I could do is keep my mouth shut about it and try to ignore what was going on, real or not real. It didn't matter. The only thing that mattered was how it was affecting me. So I went to this doctor about this smoking, and he put me on some Wellbutrin. And I was told him when he put me on, I said, I've tried that stuff before, it makes me crazy. I said, but you know what, I'm really just at the point that it doesn't matter right now. I've got to stop doing this one way or another. I said, hey, if we try that and it gets me away from them and it's temporarily all right, I'll temporarily take it and see how it goes. Well, lo and behold, within 24 hours of starting to take this stuff, my paranoia that I have had, that was so devastating, completely crippling for the last 3 years, all right, had me run everybody off that might be good in my life because of a few bad apples. That's some of those other outside factors, those bad apples. It's an outside factor that comes in and affects the outcome that would normally have been something else, or maybe just a little different, but drastically affects it. So it was causing me to completely shut out everybody in my life. Nobody, at one time did I trust whatsoever. Not a single person. Not the church, not the preacher, not the ladies that worked in the office. Nobody. I acted like I did. I smiled, waved, and said hi, miss you, and this and that. But I just really couldn't wait to get back home in my castle, and want to make sure it was secure. I always believed in secure your castle. To keep your castle secure. And so that's what I did. Being that I had some bad apples, that were playing in this game with me. But I was giving them basically permission to play, because every time I turned around, I was telling them everything that was going on. That's that was against what I'd set up in my own little rules, was keep your mouth shut. Just keep marching. Smile about it. Don't let them know you're having a really bad day. You know, don't let on. But I couldn't do that. So I just, and kept on marching because I knew that was the one thing that was going to benefit me, was just to keep marching. Because some of this stuff I was doing was actually fixing things. Some of it wasn't working, especially the stuff that I couldn't completely follow through with on a regular basis. But things I was, lo and behold, they were working. Some of this stuff was actually giving me some good outcome. It's scientific. If it works, do it again. If it doesn't work the second time, you were just lucky the first time. Or you have some kind of other outside influence, all right, that is skewing your results. Whichever it may be, still a failure. Or maybe it's just a partial failure. All right. It's a failure with outside, other things have been introduced into the test, which throws it off. So if you're supposed to mix part A with part B and you get part C, but somebody throws in a little D, it's going to give you another part altogether. C ain't going to be involved. So we're looking for part C. So anyway, we got on this Wellbutrin, quit smoking. And lo and behold, within 24 hours, my feeling, after years and years and years of devastating, terrifying paranoia, had just all of a sudden just evaporated. It all went away. No longer did I have to hide it because it wasn't appearing. It wasn't playing hide and seek anymore. It quit playing the game. That player just stepped out. We took his piece off the board. I literally couldn't believe it. I was like, no, this can't be happening. This is unreal. Talked to that doctor that prescribed him, and I said, man, is this normal for this to happen? I said, this is crazy. I said, I have never in my entire life taken anything, all right, that has actually worked for anything like as well as this has worked. Nothing has. Nothing. It's hard. It's still hard for me to believe to this day. So at the same time, I was doing this web series or podcast or whatever you want to call it. We're going to call it a podcast because I don't know what a podcast is, but it's what I think one should be. So it's what we decided we're going to call it. And it helped me find a friend. Help me find a true friend. Help me find my friend. Because I just thought, hey, I deserve that. Everybody else has got that. Why can't I have one? If I think I can be honest with somebody, because I think that's what helps, I think I might be able to find somebody that can be honest with me, because I think that's what might help it work. If I think I can find somebody that I can be there for when they need me, because I think that's what is necessary. Or I think I can find somebody that's there for me when I need them, because once again, I think that's the way it works. It was all a bunch of me thinking that that's the way it should work, or that's the way I see it working in others. And so I tried to duplicate that and replicate it in my life. I started taking on the attitude of a smile goes a long way. Send them to everybody. Being nice to people, hey, doesn't hurt me a bit to be nice, even when I'm having a bad day. In fact, it even makes my day go better. It doesn't hurt me a bit, not to berate you. It doesn't hurt me a bit not to make you wait on me. It doesn't hurt me a bit for me not to wait on you. Um, Smile, wave, wink, say hello. Have a great day. Hey, be nice to self. Be nice to somebody else. If it's fixed, quit breaking it. Quit trying to repair something that's fixed and working. Go with it. Smile. Enjoy it. Have a great day. Always have a great day. Pass that on. Tell someone else, have a great day. You'd be surprised, man. Some people just really have a great day simply because you started it out with, have a great day. Now you put them on the path for success that day. As a result of it, you've helped you on your own way. Because you can see it, and that shit comes back and forth, man. It's like ping pong balls bouncing off a wall. They gonna come right back at you. And how you return that ball over and over and over depends on how difficult the next play is gonna be. You return that ball off that wall so it bounces once and it's sitting right in front of you. Your next play is going to be just as easy and graceful as it can be because you laid it out for yourself to be there. So that's what I'm doing today. So, lost the paranoia. 100% gone. Evaporated. Nowhere. No paranoia. None whatsoever. I come and go from my house. I don't worry about a thing. When I get back to my house, half the time, no, I'm not going to tell you what I do. But I don't have any issues, none at all. I have got security feeds. Of course, it's air blocked. It can't be affected Wi-Fi. Can't be affected electronically. It's got the air gap, a totally independent system. Backed up, double redundantly. It can't be messed with, tinkered with, polluted, colluded in any way. So I know what goes on there is truly on there, and everything that was happening is on there. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. But it is my view of the outside world too. I can't see out windows because I'm only 4 foot tall. And windows are about 5 foot in the air, so they're no good to me. So I have a monitor. It's got all my windows on it, basically. See all around the house, just like if I were going into an area and looking out the window. I can pull it up on the monitor. I can watch the doggies play in the backyard. Somebody coming over to see me. I can't look out the window to see if they're there. But I can pull it up on the monitor and say, hello, they're there. Go to the door, let them in. Got biometric locks now. No Wi-Fi. No electronic collusion whatsoever. It's like air gapped as well. Doesn't require me to remember a PIN number, a code, an access of any kind, because it works off of my fingerprint. It's biometric. Wonderful thing, man. Some technology is just very awesome. Awesome. Some technology scares the hell out of me. And, I'm also waiting on some new technology that's really going to benefit us all, and I don't know what that is right now at this time. Also working on some technology myself that's of great benefit to other people that are in wheelchairs, other people with massive health issues like myself, some technology to make my life and their life so much easier, you know, so much easier for the repetitious things that we have to take care of on a daily basis, uh, that won't create us more problems like it does now. You know, sometimes solutions can be a major source of aggravation and problems uh, in the total scheme of things. So we want our solutions to truly be a solution to that problem without creating another problem. It's like taking a medicine that doesn't have any side effects. That's how we want our life to be. That's how we want our friends to be. Like taking a medicine without any bad side effects. There's effects. You know, my friend's going to leave a smile on my face. My friend's going to make me feel happy when I see him. My friend's going to be happy to see me. That's a side effect, but that's a good side effect. You know, my friend's going to be there when I need him. That's a side effect. It's a good side effect. Chances are my friend's not going to cost me a bunch of money. That's a side effect, but it's a good one. Chances are I'm not going to cost them a bunch of money. Chances are I can count on them. Chances are they can count on me. You know, instead of the other side effect from a friend that's really not a friend, and that is, can you trust them? No. Yeah. Would you leave them in your house? No. Um, have you done it before? Yeah. Did it ever work out? No. But yet you still had to keep trying to do that because it's all you have. But anyway, help me find a friend. Help me find my friend. Today, I'm happy to report that I have found a friend. Not only did I find a friend, I found an old friend. Not only did I find one old friend, I found two more. Not only did I find those two more friends, but I actually found a new friend. And I call each and every single one of them my friends today. I don't worry about them. Happy to see me. I'm happy to see them. Start off with two of them. Pair. As y'all probably know, I was hospitalized in the last week with some serious infection. They thought it was a bone infection in my stump. Turned out it was not a bone infection, but it was still a serious, serious infection. And they put me on some very strong antibiotics in the hospital, and IV antibiotics. And they pumped me full of antibiotics for about 3.5 days. Just continuous, just a whole cocktails of this stuff. It never stopped. 24/7. They're hanging another bag, hanging another bag, hanging another bag. But they went to the VA, and let me tell you what. This visit to the VA was night and day to any other time I've been in the hospital or the VA. Some of it was I'd made up my mind. Pat, you're gonna be nice. Pat, you're gonna smile. Pat, you're gonna tell everybody to have a great day because you're looking to try to find a friend. So I'm in there and I'm in my bed. I'm watching the TV on my telephone because I can watch what I want. And two nurses come in the room. I look at them and I said, that girl looks familiar. So maybe she's been my nurse before. You know, maybe I've seen her somewhere, met her somewhere. And she looked at me and she goes, you look familiar. Where do I know you from? I said, I don't know. But I feel the same way. And the other girl said the same thing. I was like, what's going on? I said, that's wild. Anyway, so I just kept working on just being nice. It's a damn good thing because the nicer I was, the nicer everything else came out. You know, they put me in what was called a comfort suite, and it was a co-bed room that they built for COVID patients. And man, this room was fabulous. I mean, it was really nice. It had wood on the walls, looked like courthouse walls, with the great big molding, what have you, and it was you know, I mean, it was wood, really neat, nice stuff. Private, room, just one bed in there. Nice bathroom with a roll-in shower. Uh, Very good comfort and temperature control with air conditioning and heating. Responded just perfectly. Um, and I had these two nurses that thought they recognized me. As we talked, we discovered that we went to school. All three of us were in the same class from beginning to the end. We were in nursing school almost 15 years ago together. We started out and we finished all at the same together. We spent 2 years together learning to do what they were going to do for me. And yeah, that was the neatest thing in the world. They said, Pat, no. I was like, yeah, we sure were. So we got to, refresh our memories on what was going on in our lives and their lives, and find out about some of the other people, that were, some of them not here on the planet anymore. Some of them doing good, some of them not. I did not take any pride or joy in anything that bad that happened that I heard about from them. But I did take joy from hearing about these people, especially the ones that are doing good, and the joy that I had in my heart for how well that they were doing in their lives today. And they actually had joy in their heart from seeing me and seeing how I was adapting to what was going on in my situation in life, because that's what I was doing today. I was adapting on a regular basis, making course changes for every single step that I might take. My course was adjusted or is adjusted to make sure we're rolling down just the right way. We're not fixing something that ain't broken, but we're making sure it doesn't get broke before we can take that next step. Just 1 second before it goes off. Beep. Gone. Lots of course corrections. All right. We're double checking our weights and measurements while we're making our recipe of our daily life. To be happy, joyous, and free. To have friends. To have what we think everybody else should have. And sometimes we used to think that everybody had that, but no, they don't. They have some version of it. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, some of it's evil, some of it's kind. But what I see you have has nothing to do with what you really have. What you tell me you have has nothing to do with what you really have. So I have to remember, not everybody is playing this game by the same rules that I'm playing. And I'm digressing. Back to how I found my friends. All right, so anyway, these two nurses, that I was in nursing school with, man, let me tell you what, they were so kind, so loving, so caring for me. My time in the hospital, was just phenomenal. All right, they put me on antibiotics. They both took care of me. They wheeled me down to the little gift shop store so I could buy me some goodies to have in my room, um, for my daily existence. Um, always happy to see me. I was always happy to see them. My aide, Kit, really special woman. Had her a couple times while I was in the hospital. She's been around the system for a long time. And she just does her job, man. This woman, wow. She is a force to be reckoned with. That's how I see myself too nowadays. I am a force to be reckoned with. I am a force of God. I'm a force. I am here for a reason. I've got purpose today. I always have to remember that. My purpose is to help others, to be there, to even if it's just send a smile. Hey, have a nice day. Hope you have a great day. See ya. Some days that's my mission. That's always my mission. But some days that may be just my only part of the mission that I get done. I have a mission to take care of myself, to do it with a smile, do it happily. To try to make my life easier on a regular basis. That's my mission today. So these girls and Kit and me, we spent 4 days, almost 5 days together. They helped me get all juiced back up, fixed up, motivated, and ready to roll back into my life, to start my life anew, like I do every day. But from a different little perspective, because all those actions affecting all my actions, bringing me just a little bit different reaction, to, it was all course corrected every single time, we had a interaction. Everything is course correcting everything else. And we were working on it together, separately, not even knowing the other person was working on it. Not even knowing that what they were doing was going to affect the outcome of my day, of my life, of my future. At the same time, I was affecting theirs, their day, their life, their future. They were going to have a little bit better day because they saw me today, because I was going to make sure of it. And lo and behold, they were doing the same thing to me. It's a wonderful thing. That's God. That's God's work coming out, man. That's what he does. So, found those two friends. Plus Kit found out she was my friend. Doctors didn't get mad at any of them. Aides didn't get mad at any of them. Hospital staff enjoyed every last one of them. Everything. Man, it was like staying in a hotel, even though it wasn't a hotel. But I mean, it was just that smooth and easy. It was like the days in. We'll leave the light on for you. Well, they did. I'd have never imagined. Got out of the hospital, come home, and my dog had gotten out twice while I was in the hospital. Tink. I was beginning to worry. But I got home. Preacher from church met me here. Helped me get my stuff in the house. Brought me a plate of food, because he did a funeral earlier. So he brought me the food. So I had a fresh meal that I didn't have to cook. It wasn't just meat and potatoes. It was a little bit of everything. Had that to eat a little bit later. So I was like, man, this is great. Said a prayer. He took off. And I've continued to do my deal. Came back around here to the master suite that I've been working on, setting up for wheelchair accessories, and easy functioning for the person on the go that lives in a chair. and it works. And back here petting Queenie, and you wouldn't believe it. Tink, she comes a running, and she comes through the shop, comes up in my bedroom, and she's all over me. Well, she's so happy to see me, and I'm so happy to see her. She saw my truck. She saw my truck and came home. Imagine that. It's another friend that I know I've got. I know she's there for me. She's not gonna hurt me. She's not gonna do something wrong. Not on purpose. But she will. She will poop. There will be a claymore found somewhere that you better watch out for because it'll blow your leg off if you step on it. She's gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for her. So, well, I got two friends, and I got Kit, and I got the doctors and the nurses, and the aides and the techs, and the food workers, and we are friends, and that's good to have. Signing out, I've got some of what everybody else is getting, and I wasn't even really looking for it when it happened. Now I have one more friend I found. All right, that's the girl I found that's been trying to help me a little bit to get my house in order so I can function on a daily basis by myself and take care of myself. You know, sometimes even when you're taking care of yourself, you need a little help to get there. You need help to line it out. A little bit of help to get you on the right path. You know, sometimes we need to look at that GPS to tell us that we should have took a left. Go back and take a left. Now we're on the right path. We may not have to look at that GPS anymore because we know the route once we get back on course. Course corrected. This person, you know, she went and found Tink while I was in the hospital. Put her back in the house, in the yard, made sure she was secure. Double checked the food for her and Queenie and the water. Made sure they were food and watered. And didn't cost me anything but a smile and a kind word. You know, and that's what she had for me was a smile and a kind word. A couple of times I've talked to her since I've been home. She's come by and spent some time with me the other day. She didn't come over here to do anything for me. She didn't do anything for me when she was over here. She sat down. We sat there and talked. She brought a little dog over here for me to see it, and a little cutie. And visited for a while. And she said, "Well, I got to go." And I said, "Okay." Took off. Done deal. Happy, joyous, and free visit. No expectations, no wants, no needs. Nothing other than smile and have a great day. And we did. All right, that's 4. All right. So, back up a little bit more. I'm sitting in here where I'm actually laying around watching TV the other day. And the doorbell, it meows at me because that's what it does when somebody pushes it. It goes meow. Real loud. Doorbell meowed. You know, I didn't look at the security feed to see who's at the door. I could have. Wouldn't have hurt. Wouldn't have been wrong. Just not necessary today. I look at that security feed when I'm waiting on somebody sometimes. See if they're here or not. See if I need to go unlock the door. But I didn't that time, you know, it's just like relaxed, comfortable, watching TV, chilling out. Enjoying my day with my doggies. Get to the door, and it's like, ah! It's an old friend. Somebody I hadn't seen in years and years and years. Somebody that was always my friend. Didn't know it. Didn't know they were still my friend. Thought they were angry with me. They thought I was angry with them. because of other people, other things, and outside influences that made it appear that we weren't what we thought we were, or we weren't what they thought they were, or they thought I wasn't what I said I was, or whatever. Um, and they smiled, and I smiled because we were both so happy to see each other. Wonderful feeling. It's amazing when you have a feeling that you haven't had in years and years because of outside influences that have taken it away from you, when it just naturally appears back in your life. So now I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a friend, but 5. 5. That's a whole handful of friends. And I really believe, I know they say if you have one good friend, you've got what you're supposed to have. Now I've got 5 of them. That's not counting, the pastor at church, the preacher at church, some of the ladies at church in my life group, some of the elders and deacons and the servants. They're my friends too now. I'm a lucky man. I am so fortunate. I wish that everybody could go through what I'm going through now in their lives. This is truly wonderful. My health is bad. But I've learned to take care of myself, to do for myself, to not rely on others, but to enjoy their presence. I've learned to be around people that don't rely on me, but they enjoy my presence. They may need something sometime. I may be able to be there for them, and that's okay. But it's not necessarily for their daily existence for me to have to make course adjustments in their life. They're making their own. And fortunately, the people that I'm putting in my life, all of our course adjustments seem to correspond with each other's. Our path is no longer uphill both directions, but it's a smooth, easy, level surface that we can skate on both directions. Help me find a friend. I've found some friends, man. I hope it helps you on your journey. I hope you can find the friends that I have today. Be nice to yourself, be nice to somebody else. Do something nice for somebody that they don't know you did. Unless they're paranoid. If they're paranoid, make sure you show them what you have done. Do not sneak it in on them. They don't handle that. But if they're not paranoid, trust God. Have faith that faith works. Just keep marching. If it's fixed and it works, don't take it apart. If it's broken, repair it. If it's no good, throw it away. Send a smile. Tell everybody to have a great day. And you have a great day. Pat Robinson, Recovery Wide Open. I'm recovering from everything on a second by second thing. Everything is course corrected regularly. And if it's fixed, I don't break it. I don't repair it, something that works. And I'm just here. I'm here for you. I'm here for me. Here for God. And I love my puppies. You have a great day. See ya.